Hello, my delicate darlings. A very good morning and a warm welcome to the new session of 2020-21. It's been a long that we all are detached from our school. I've missed you all a lot. Hope you all are safe and doing well at home. So, class 3, this will be our first science class of this session. Here is your science man, and today we will be discussing about the first lesson. So without wasting any more time, let's jump into the video. Living and non-living things. In your previous class, you have already studied about living and non-living things. A living thing has certain characteristic features which show that it has life in it. A thing which does not have life is called a non-living thing. Living things move. That we all know. All living things move on their own. Animals move in search of food and water. They also move in search of shelter and to escape from their enemies. Different animals move in different ways. Most birds fly in air, insects crawl or fly, and monkeys swing from tree to tree. Most land animals walk or run. Fish and other animals that live in water swim. Plants do not move like animals. However, parts of plants show movement. For example, the sunflower turns its head to face the sun. A bud slowly opens to bloom into a flower. Similarly, the leaves of the touch-me-not plant close when they are touched. Non-living things do not move on their own. For example, you will have to push a ball to move it. See, we all know that living things show some sort of movements. They can move their body parts. Plants usually do not move from one place to another, but can move their parts. Yes, all living things show internal movement, and some living things show external movement too, such as walking, jumping, flying, swimming, etc. Clear? Next, living things need food. Living things need food to get energy to carry out all their activities. Plants make their own food in the presence of air, water, and sunlight. Animals and human beings cannot make their own food. They depend directly or indirectly on plants for their food. Non-living things do not need food. Now, all living things need food to obtain energy, to grow and to stay healthy. Without food, no one will live. So it is necessary that all living things needs food and water to live. Plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis, and animals get their food from plants and other animals. So, in one way, we all are dependent on each other for food and water. Next, living things grow. All living things grow. A seed grows in plant called seedling. The seedling grows into a big plant. Yeah. From seed, see the growth of the seed. The seedlings grow into a big plant. A little baby grows into a child. A child grows into an adult. A chick hatches out an egg and then grows into a hen or a rooster. Non-living things do not grow. Non-living things do not grow. Yes. When living things eat, they receive energy which helps them in their growth. They grow from smaller to larger and finally become adult. We human beings and animals born and grow into adults. Similarly, seed grows into baby plant and finally into big plant or tree. Clear? Next, living things breathe. All living things need air to breathe and live. We breathe through our nose, fish breathe through gills, insects breathe through air holes called spiracles present on their bodies. Plants take in air through tiny openings called stomata present on their leaves. Non-living things do not breathe. We all know that all living things need air to breathe. Different animals use different organs to breathe. For example, some animals use their nose, fishes use their gills, worms use their skin to breathe. We take oxygen and gives out carbon dioxide through our nose, whereas plants breathe through openings in their leaves, present in their leaves, called stomata. Clear? Living things respond to stimuli. All living things respond to the changes in their environment. The factors that cause living things to respond are called stimuli. For example, you will immediately withdraw your hand if you touch something hot. The stimulus here is the hot object and the withdrawing of your hand is the response. Plants also respond to stimuli. For example, the leaves of the touch-me-not plant close when touched. Similarly, seedlings bend towards light and the roots of plants move towards water. Non-living things again do not respond to stimuli. Now, what they have said here is that all living things are able to respond to stimuli in the external environment. For example, living things respond to changes in light, heat, sound and chemical and mechanical contact. To detect stimuli, organisms have means for receiving information such as eyes, ears and taste buds. Clear? Next, living things reproduce. The process by which living things produce one of their own kind is called reproduction. You must have seen kittens, puppies and the young ones of many animals. Animals reproduce by laying eggs or by giving birth to young ones. Plants produce seeds. Seeds grow into new plants. Non-living things do not reproduce. Now, all living things produce new organism of its kind. Some animals produce babies and some lay eggs. Plants mainly reproduce through seeds which can germinate in suitable condition and grow into new plants. Clear? Living things die. All living things live for some time and then die. The time period for which a living thing lives is called its lifespan. Yeah, all living things grow and become old and finally die. This time period is called lifespan. Different living things have different lifespans. The timetable given below shows the average lifespan of some plants and animals. Marigold plant lives for 5 months. Mango tree 100 years. Banyan tree 2000 years. Parrot 50 years. Sparrow 10 years. Dog 15 to 18 years. Elephant 70 to 90 years. Tortoise 150 to 200 years. Whereas non-living things do not have a lifespan. In short, it is that non-living things have no life in them. The things that have no life in them called non-living things, like book, table, chair, pencil, fan, whatever things that cannot move, cannot eat, breathe, reproduce are non-living things. So with this, we have completed our first chapter. Now I will be giving tasks for your homework and you will be completing that within some sort of time. I will tell you that. So let's see the tasks. So class 3, your homework will be read the chapter thoroughly 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, as many more times you can. Read the chapter thoroughly and read the spellings from the chapters, from the chapter inside, and from the chapter inside some fill in the blanks were there, some more what were there? Choose the correct options were there. So I've converted this choose the correct options into fill in the blanks, and I have made 10 fill in the blanks. Some are from the exercises as well. So what you have to do, you have to make one science copy. As you know, one science copy, you have to give the heading, living and non-living things, write the date, okay, over here, and write this fill in the blanks in the copy. Read it by your own and make sure that you have to write on your own in the copy. No guardian should write in the copy. Okay, so this will be your first homework, and after finishing this I will be giving the rest of the exercises like true and false and question answers. So for today only this much of the homework you have to complete.